Alright, so what's up, y'all? It's Fiend Does Arts here. I've been trying to record this video about like 7 times. I can't get the introduction down for nothing. I need to start getting on the mic more so that I can talk to y'all so I don't have to struggle with what I'm struggling with now. But what's up, y'all? It's Fiend Does Arts. I think I already said that. I don't even know. I didn't care no more. But today I'm gonna teach you how to draw in my. I'm gonna teach you how to draw here, and I'm gonna teach you how to draw in my style. I have a way I draw in. Today I'm gonna show you how to draw my hairstyle. So the one, like I said, I'm gonna teach you how to draw hair, and then I'm gonna teach you how I kind of use my hand. If you've been watching me, I don't know if y'all noticed, but like the way I draw hair is like way different now. Even the way I sketch it out is way different now. So for the pencil I use a Pencil Grabber 1000. Sometimes, but most of the time, I'm using Faber-Castell. Faber-Castell 8B for thick lines and stuff. That's what really helps with the style. The main thing is style helps darken and stuff. And then sometimes if I don't want the lines too thick, I'll use 6B. It's Faber-Castell pencils. Very good pencils. Even they're very good for somebody that's trying to learn how to draw realism, hyperrealism. If that's the same thing, I don't really know. I just draw anime. I'm gonna keep it real. I just draw anime. I don't really know all that other stuff. I have thought about learning how to draw some of that type of stuff just so I can experiment in my art field. Because in all honesty, I've only drawn for about 8 months. You wouldn't believe it. Like, I've only drawn for about 8 months, and my work was like somebody that's only drawn about probably like 2 years. But I've been that dedicated to this, and I just kind of picked up very fast. Art kind of runs in my family, so I think that's how I kind of picked it up pretty quick. But yeah, so I'm gonna draw this Giyu Tomioka as an upper moon. That's correct. Yeah, as an upper moon. There's a reference of it right here. Yeah, so I'm gonna do this rough sketch, and then I'm gonna show y'all how to draw the hairstyle. If you're somebody, another thing I would recommend, I'm gonna sharpen this. Make sure that your graphite is sharpened, like sharp. The tip, like as soon as you touch it, it's pointy. By the time this video is by the time I'm done with this rough sketch, you'll see that this right here is sharpened. All right, because I'm gonna tell you right now, this style will take you a long way. When the graphite or any of these, when the pencil is just sharpened, you want it sharp. I promise you, it's gonna help you a lot. But yeah, let me do this real quick. I'm not even gonna record it. I'm just get straight to it. So yeah. All right, so I have more to draw on this, but because this is a hair tutorial, I thought when I get to it, I'm already finished with the little rough sketch part of it. Now, I do look pretty ugly. Don't get me wrong, I do look pretty ugly, but I do have some little marks and stuff to kind of fix. Yeah, fix that real quick. Go clean up. So this is what I'm starting. So now that we got done with the rough sketch of it, of the hair, now it's time to have the actual tutorial of it. Now, the way I do it with the hair and what makes me kind of really good with it, I think I'm gonna go with the 6B. I don't think I really want the lines that thick. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the 6B because when I tried to sharpen this, the sharpen did not turn out like I wanted to. I did with this one. I use this one so much. I use this pencil so much. But when it comes to the hair part, I really just get it from my mind, my imagination. And I think about how I kind of just have it looking. Sometimes I go through a whole little thought process. It sometimes takes a while just to really get down what I want to have with the hair. Because now, because I started to care about my work so much, I now start to put more, more into the hair. I try to kind of put more feeling into the hair a little bit. So when drawing the hair, first thing you have to develop when it comes to the hair is the outline for any time you draw hair. So we're gonna make an outline. Be very careful with the outline. Takes a little bit of practice, but careful with the outline. Boom, we got that one outline right there. Now, what I do is you want to start from dark to light. So when I'm doing it, I do it with this pencil. Like I said, all the work is mainly with this pencil, but the first part to get the darkened part started, because the graph without this, like this didn't exist, right? Well, okay, I'm not put it like that. If you didn't have this, there's other ways you could do it, but if you want more dark in your look and your, I'm getting mad. If you want more dark in your, you know what? I don't know what I'm saying anymore. So start from dark to light, and that just helps to kind of get it starting off, because basically when you're going over it, it's basically a blend. You're blending this and this. Faber-Castell it can get pretty dark with HB. If you have Faber-Castell pencils, or you have any pencils that go from like HB or B, 2B to like 8, or you got some that go to 10, the graphite can get pretty dark. So you start off with that, and as you see with the line I got right here, if I bring it closer, the line I have right here, you're gonna go from there to dark. I mean, from dark right here to light. So like this. And you want to do it a couple of times to really get that nice fade. And when you're doing it, try to give it a fade. So when you're doing it, try to press down and lift up as you're doing it until you reach that point, right? And then that's when you use this and go like this. This is what will create the whole effect with the hair. And actually, before we do that, I'm gonna actually go a couple more times just so I can get it right, just so I can show more examples. From dark to light, and give it, like I said, give it that fade, or you just go large, light, and go up like that. Dark to light. Wait, no, dark to light. There you go. And I'm gonna do a couple. I'm gonna go from here to here, and I'm gonna show you. Don't mind the mistakes. I normally fix this, like when you're outlining, that's going to happen. Just fix it as you're going more detail in with the hair, which you'll see me do. Kind of already messed it up, but sorry. But don't fix it like that. I didn't mess it up though. Alright, so we got that. I didn't really get like how I wanted it, but because I'm doing a tutorial, I feel like I kind of got some, I don't even know what the word for it. I feel like now I'm doing a tutorial, I'm trying to get it to look nice, because it's a tutorial. Person that's trying to teach you something, they're always going to make it look good before they're going to perform it that good. You know, I don't know what I'm saying. Forget this. So you're going to take the pencil, right? And you're going to go back over it, right? But you're going to go back over that part, the dark. And what you're doing is that you're not going in like this, all right? You're taking it, go like that. It's like a flick, like when you're doing your finger like this. I'm gonna show you. So on this one, go like that. And that's what makes, and you do the same thing from dark to light and make that fade. And since you're doing like tip, and this is what you do with the mechanical part. You can add more effect into it with your pencil. With this part, with when you go into using it with the pencil gear, actually. I see. So I try to add a little more to it. Don't go a little too crazy with it, because sometimes you'll make a little mistake like I did. But it's all about, for one, that fade. You add into it. And sometimes I like to go right here. I'll go right here if y'all can see. Just a little bit. As you can see, sometimes I'll normally just put a little line right here, just to really kind of show off the style part. Something I started doing recently. Add a little fade to it. Right there. So like I said, from dark to light with it. And make sure you have a fade, because when you have a fade, as you can see, it creates the style. You gotta have the fade. That's what makes style really pop out, is with the fade. Alright, so I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do this part too. The little outline part I have for you. And now sometimes, with the hair, with some hair, and the more you do this style, you're gonna add more some detail into the inside. So that's where the little visioning part, imagining like how it will look, picturing it in your head, how it will look, will come into play. Because if you look at your reference, right, you want to look at your reference. See kind of how where the light part comes in it. I would say look at the light source. I pay attention to light source a lot when it comes to like doing hairstyles, but plus pay attention to like the inside hair details. What part is dark and what part is light, and you can kind of go from there and try to picture it from there. Sometimes with this style, you can kind of just freeform it, and I'll explain that more when I go in my cross hatching video. That's all cross hatching is itself. It's just doing a little preset, sketch, and then you're going in just freeforming it, going in from there. I'll explain more of that in the next video. So this one I kind of pictured it. They hit this part here like this, so I'm gonna go in over it with the pencil. From dark, and sometimes it's weird. As I've learned to do this style, I would normally like how this hair is up here. I would start like it be dark in the middle, and then make the fade on the tip parts. So like from right here, like how it is right here. Make the fade in the middle. Make it dark right here in the middle, and then let it fade out on the outside of that, if that makes sense. So dark right here. Oh, I fucked it up. Messed it up. And then that's when I go over it with this pencil. I'm so bad at explaining, as I see. So if I didn't make it clear, let me know, and I'll try to do this again. Alright, so you see how I have that one done. Now we're gonna go over this one. Same thing. Just start, finish. Start to light, and add the fade. I think it broke. That's what you're gonna do with a lot with this style. It's gonna break a lot. Freaking lid. And sometimes it gets very annoying because if I go in too hard, it'll just keep on breaking and breaking. I was like, are you serious? Alright, so that's kind of why I kind of got it. Alright, I'm gonna use the my 8B. and try this next one. But yeah, that's really with the style. As you'll see, I do still got some work to do on this style. I want to have more effect into it. I will show you an example of who I actually got this style from. He doesn't upload anymore. I think he's about to start uploading again, cause I think he went to digital. But I will show a picture of how his style looks in any moment of this video. I'll show a picture of how his style looks, and then I'll put a link in the description of his video to show how he did this. It's the same tutorial with how I did this one. I explained it so horribly, but it's literally the same thing. And yeah, so I'm gonna keep going over it more, and as you're gonna see me do more of this style. And so yeah. So that's kind of it for the tutorial. That's really how I do my hair. I don't know what else you want to really say. If you want a part 2 to this, I'm telling you right now, the better I get with this style, I will plan on making another style towards it. But yeah, I'll put a link in the description for the person that actually got this tutorial. What his hairstyle idea off from, and I kind of just laid on my art journey, my art career and stuff, and improving as an artist. So who knows, I may switch up this style. I don't really know yet. But yeah, that's really all for this video. If you want another one, if you want a part 2 to it, if you didn't clearly get it right the first time, I will make a part 2 on a different character. Because for one, when it comes to this hairstyle, you gotta understand hair types when doing this style. And when it comes to hair types, you gotta appreciate the hair. So if it's a darker hair color, you don't want to put too much into the style. But if it's a lighter hair color, and depending on also if it's short or long hair. If it's short hair, you don't really have to put that much into it. But if it's long hair, you're going to want to a little bit. But if it's like a bright color hair though, that's when you want to put more into it. If it's like a dark color hair, if it's a short bright color hair, you want to put more into it. If it's a dark long color hair, you want to put less into it, and then vice versa for, you know what I'm saying, long light color hair and then short dark color hair, you know, vice versa. So yeah, that's really it with the style, and you gotta, like I said, appreciate with how you're doing it. And I'll show a few more examples of this hairstyle. All right, so these two are probably my best ones of how I kind of did it in this style. So we got the light Yagami with Sukuna, and as you see, the fade, he had dark hairstyle, and he had short hair. And with the way the movement of the hair was, I didn't really add that much. But most of the time, if it's short and dark hair, you really want to add more of the black to it. But yeah, this is pretty much how his looked with it. And then here's my Inumaki Toad again. And this one I didn't finish. But you see his hair was kind of longer and it was dark with black hair, so I didn't really have to add that much into it, just more into the outline and more detail. And same with going with Giyu. He has kind of dark medium-sized hair. With him, you can kind of go with more into it if you want. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this tutorial. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and let me know how I kind of did this tutorial. My first tutorial, so I don't know how I really did. But yeah, and I will have a thumbnail actually of how this jar ended up turning out, before and after. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, so make sure you follow my socials in the link in the description. I have a YouTube Shorts page called Fina Does Art Shorts. The link will be up here somewhere. The link will be in the description. So make sure you go check those out. And yeah, have a good one too. Peace out, y'all.